Hi guys, today we're going to use our Yellow Lantern Batman and we're going to fight the evil sub-avatar. I've done the sub-avatar missions a couple of times. I just never done the sub-avatar himself because essentially my characters aren't the characters that I used for the sub-avatar missions aren't really up to it. So let's see with a stronger character what will happen. Technically, I should be powerful enough to fight him solo, but the truth is, I haven't done it since game update 47, since everything was changed. So I have no idea if I'm still able to do it. And I don't think I ever did it with this character anyway. And at the same time, I'm going to be able to clear out a few older missions from my journal. But luckily, it's the easiest of the three, so I'm confident we'll be fine. Okay, so we seems to be done here. So let's let them build the avatar. I'm not sure if I still need those here. Oh yeah, I need quite a few. So we'll do those. I hate those little buggers. I haven't done a video about the various lanterns yet. I'll probably do a mini tutorial at some point, either using this one or the Alan Scott Green Lantern. I'm not sure yet. As you can see, I didn't come in this area all that much with this character. And let's see if our... it's not building very fast. I'll get rid of our friends. And I'll just stay next to it. I only need one more. Hi there. Just going to try to fight one of the sub-avatars. It shouldn't be too difficult to fight at the combat rating I'm at. By the time you reach combat rating 70, I would say there's no reason you shouldn't be able to do it. But then again, as I mentioned, I haven't done it since game update 47, so maybe I'm in for a heck of a surprise. But with a really good power, like with Quantum, I was able to do the sub avatar as early as combat rating 50, 53. With another power like Mantle 55, 60 was good enough. But with a power like a Gadget, holy crap! I would probably wait to be combat rating 70, and even then, I'm not sure I would manage to do it. The problem essentially is staying alive. It's usually a long fight, and the lower level you are, the longer the fight will be. So you need you don't really need the characters that hit the hardest, because there's no way you're gonna kill the sub avatar faster than it can kill you. At least not at combat rating 50. So you're in for a long fight. So you need to be able to survive until the end of the fight. And I see way too many DPSs who can't manage to do that. Even in very easy duos. When we reach the bosses, I need to use powers like Bastion to keep to try to keep the DPS alive, because most DPS, I would say like 90% of the DPSs have zero survivability, meaning that sure, some can do a lot of damage, but they can't stay alive long enough to last the whole fight. So what happens way too often is that you try to keep the DPS alive, but eventually the DPS manages to get killed because either he has no healing abilities, he has no shield, he has a lot of DPS are one-dimensional. They're focused on one thing, doing damages, and it's either you kill the enemy before he kills you, and sadly with some enemies that's not, unless you're much higher level than the enemy. With many enemies that's not doable. With many enemies you're going to be in for a long fight, and you have to be able to survive through that fight. So in many duos the DPS dies pretty quick, and then I'm pretty much stuck doing the boss solo, which more again, which most of the time I can, because usually I'll build characters with at least some survivability. Like I'll have either shields. Oh, wrong button. I'll have either shields, which will keep me alive. Obviously, the potions, the colas will give me health. And of course, so once you have things like supply drops, colas, and shields, you can cycle through those and keep your character alive until the fight is done. And one of the abilities that I usually like also is what's it called again? Essentially, pretty much every power has some sort of healing supercharge. Like in this case, it's called Restore. And that usually does the trick in keeping the character alive. I haven't tried the triage all that much, so I'm not sure how good it is. But usually, if you can manage to sneak in your loadout a heal or two, even if you're a DPS, it's usually preferable. But a lot of DPS will just focus on damage, 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 and usually they'll figure that, especially in 4 mission and 8 mission 4 man and 8 man contents, they'll figure that the healer will keep them alive, so they don't need to have any healing in their loadout. So they'll just do damage, 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 and expect the healer to keep them alive, which is not that unfair an expectation, but sometimes you have to give the healer just a bit of help. So now we're just waiting. He's almost there. Only the arms left. So let's just wait a bit more. So we can admire our. That's the DPS version. I have the troll version, which is fairly similar with a few distinctions. There's the DPS PvP version, which essentially you can some using the robot Batman head. That's what I was using until we had our brand new cowl. You can see with the Bat Gauntlet as well. So it's a weird mixture of Sinestro gear and Batman gear, I suppose. Oh, I think our friend is finally here, so let's switch back. Oh, no, not yet. Almost. And I had also a stealth PvP version, which is pretty much a weird Batman Begin Robot Batman combo. Uh, Batman Beyond, I should say. I'm not sure if I should maybe have. Nah, I guess I'll leave it black. So essentially, as you can see down there, the sub avatar is almost completed. I stay up here so that I don't the builders don't start attacking me or some crazy thing like that. Because I believe that if you kill the builders and the constructors, you you slow down the progress of the building of the avatar. I think. Although I think it's yesterday when I was doing some of the missions with my Captain Lightning. Holy crap! The avatar was built in record time. Like I didn't have to. I barely had killed a handful of constructors, it seemed, and the avatar was already built. So I'm not sure if it's proportionate to how many players are in the area or something, because I was in the PvE open world, so there could have been other players nearby, maybe triggering the avatar. I don't know. Because as far as I know, the avatar doesn't trigger until a player is nearby. In the past, it wasn't as much. It wasn't so. In the past, essentially, Avatar would build, and sometimes you would get here and you would have one, two, three avatars already, which was all kinds of awesome. There was this time with my Magneto character where I spent like a month uh, hunting avatars. I would spend an hour or two hunting them, and sometimes I would spend a whole day when I had a whole day to play. I would spend the whole day fighting avatars, but mostly it was like an hour here and there, or 2 hours if I was lucky. And there was one evening, especially when holy crap, we fought a lot of them. I essentially ended up teaming up with a villain character, and we had a lot of fun. We did fight a lot of those avatars. Essentially, as soon as we would defeat one, another one would spawn, and it was glorious. At the time, I was farming because I was trying to get the sub avatar, the what's it called again? The astral alloy headpiece. Essentially, I had the whole set, and all I was missing was the head. And for some reason, the game did not want me to have the head. Go figure. So here, a thing that will be difficult to do is it's going to be difficult to get my combo going, because as you saw, the avatar pretty much interrupts me pretty quickly. Again. Oh, that was quick. Okay. And we got some nice boots. Ain't that sweet? So as you can see, my sentries are combat rating 98. So they did help a lot. I guess that's one thing that makes things a bit easier is that your backup or your henchmen go up in level with you. Like in the past, you had to buy the three boosts. So boost one, they were a bit more powerful. Boost two, they were a bit even more powerful, and boost three, they were really powerful. Now it's there's only one boost, so the combat rating, I guess, is what makes the difference. And as you saw, the I guess some 98 backup or henchmen, they really did the trick. I wish I could take all the credit and say it's because I'm uber powerful, but pretty sure the backup had a lot to do with that. So let's see, what else could we do? Oh yeah, I know what we could do. So let's start by collecting our marks, which we deserved. Sadly, there won't be any marks. I'm sorry to disappoint everyone. So right now, all we get essentially is those. Oh, I got a bandana. Let's equip that. Astral alloy. I already have the boots, and that's pretty much all the good stuff that was in there. So essentially, we get now these reward boxes. So let's see what's in the box. 4 times. Token. 2 tokens. A prestige token. Oh. And an exhibit cluster. The cluster is pretty much what I prefer to get. But we got the prestige, so might as well use it. And the same with the victory token. No reason not to use it, I guess. And there we go. So let's sell whatever junk we have. And we'll probably go to the Wasteland and just have a bit of fun. Do we need that? Let's keep it in case. Yeah, well, no good. You'll notice sometimes I'll keep certain pieces of gear, thinking I'll keep it in case I need it someday, and at some point I end up never needing it, so I end up selling it or salvaging it. Anyway, oh, repair. My giant penny. I guess I should decorate this base a bit more. We'll see. So let's go to the Gotham Wasteland. So I think I already have those missions. So let's go by locations. And let's start with Envy. I'm pretty sure I said so before, but why not? Essentially, I start with Envy. On the villain side, I'll start with Envy, then Lust, then Wrath, or sometimes Wrath and Lust. It depends. And usually on the villain side, I took the habit at some point of doing the duos solo. At first, I would cure for the duo and wait and wait and wait, and then I would say I screwed it, and I would enter the duo solo. But at some point, I pretty much gave up on queuing at all, and I would just enter without queuing. I'll probably try to queue this time. It seems there seems to be a bit more people than there was at some point. So let's give it a try. Uh, I went with a mixture of power with combo and powers without combos. Like essentially, this one over here has no combo. It's just one power. Essentially, because in some fights when the fight is really quick and you have no time to react, you don't really have time to do your combo, so you just have time to do one off like this, as opposed to other fights where you either where you have more control or where the tank is doing a great job at getting all the aggro. Then you can take a bit more time and do your combos. Freaking imp. As you can see, the imp it's pretty hard. I guess when they gave a boost to the unblasters, all the enemies like the imps got a nice boost as well. The imps, the enemies in Central City, I guess they all seems to have gotten a boost from whatever boost the unblasters got. I'm not sure why there's a bit of a delay when I try to use my energy shield. Essentially, I'll click it and it'll take like 1 or 2 seconds before the shield appears. Well, like, let's try it. No, it did it. I don't know, somehow, maybe something, maybe I was doing something wrong. I love using those bombers. It's one of the reasons I started using that power. Essentially, I was playing Hal Jordan in Legend when I realized that holy crap, you can have those jets launching bombs. And, the helicopter one was is pretty cool as well. There's quite a nice few combos. So let's select the Wrath mission. This one was pretty rough the first time I did it. Essentially, at the time, also there was a bug where if you were blocking, essentially, we're going to fight a champion, and at some point, the champions creates some an area of effect around our character, like some fire lava effect, and for quite some times, if you were to block while in his effect, you were stuck in blocking mode for 2 or 3 seconds. You could not roll away. You could not, because essentially the thing is, when an enemy did such an effect, you block and then you roll away. But in that fight, when you would block, you would try to roll away, and it wouldn't work. You had to click 2 or 3 times. You were stuck like without being able to roll for quite a few seconds. So it was making what was already a difficult fight much more difficult. So let's wait for the champion. And let's summon our friends, because why not? So as you saw, in theory, yes, you could go and on. You could go on and on and on with your combo pretty much forever, assuming that the evil bad guy lets you. But if the tank does its work, that does his job, you should be fine. And as you saw, I did not even try to block. I just walked away, which is a habit I took from the time the mission was bugged. It could still be bugged. I have no idea. I haven't tried to block in ages while fighting this little guy. So let's see, what's the last one? The last one is the last one. So let's go and do it. Many see the Green Lantern as a weak DPS nowadays. I can almost understand why, but I still kind of like it. Essentially, I do well pretty much no matter what power I use. So I find it strange that some supposedly uber great players um, need an OP power to be able to perform. I guess there's a bit too many scoreboard chasers. That's all I can really think of right now. A little too many people obsess about how much damage they can make versus what others do. So as you can see, I pretty much do a word combination of a combo of lantern combos and weapon mastery. Like right now, I keep on being interrupted, so I'll just. Oh, there we go. Essentially, there's various reasons behind that. I sometimes there's a mission where you can just do Green Lantern combos, and that's fine. But other missions, you'll keep on being interrupted or knocked down, or when that happens, then I'll alternate a bit more with between my weapon mastery and my powers. And sometimes I'll just use my powers to get my 60% bonus damage. And I'll mostly use my weapon mastery combo, which is pretty much what I'll do here, I think. Oh, there we go. So we need one more. Where's the little bugger? Oh, there he is. That figures. For once I cast my shield first, and no lady appears to beat the snot out of me. That's okay. So let's summon our friends, and let's go say hello, hello, hello. Sometimes I will let my light blast combo go on a bit longer. Sometimes I'll interrupt it faster. Usually sometimes it's just a reflex, but usually it'll just be a matter of whether I need to block break someone, because some of the combos like this one will act as a block breaker, which sadly can be interrupted. So sometimes I will let the animation play out completely. Other times I will stop it because I want to try to cast a block breaker as soon as possible. It'll depend. Or sometimes I'll interrupt it with a weapon mastery combo. So as you can see, we're next mission we're going to have a few extra bosses, but not yet. So 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 1 out of 5. This one, well, we could. Nah, it's a bit too early, I think, to try to solo Raven. So the boots are no good. Oh well. So let's collect this. I guess next time we'll probably do some duos. We'll see. So that'll be it for now. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.